Hey, how's it going, guys? The Guitar Gamer here. Got another lap guide for you. We're going to be at Darlington in the ARCA car. So we're going to start out here, as always, on the back stretch, going into 3 and 4 for the setup. So, speaking of setup, you're going to be, it's really a preference thing, but for me, it's 14 to 1 plus 4 and 58 on the brake bias. So, for the build up, this is my brake marker right here. The second to last red before this first billboard or advertisement. We're going to brake up to about 33%. We're going to trail it down to 7 at the Myrtle Beach sign. We're off of it just before the sports clip, and then we're going to start building the throttle. Keeping it up close to the wall here. You can see I'm holding it at about 90 just to keep. I noticed a lot of times when I would get to up to 100, it would spin out. So even there, I'm dropping it down a little bit, but I'm still keeping the momentum. So just past this last sports clip sign, we're going to 100% throttle, and we're going to start making our way down from the wall to this white line, these white dashes here. Okay, maybe not on the build-up, sorry. So yeah, up to 100 before the sports clip sign, and we're going to keep, looks like we're going to keep it around this line here, not this one. Crossing the start finish at 167 mile per hour on for the actual lap. You can see there I even messed up and hit the wall and still ended up with a good time. So as far as references for my turn-in point, you can see here, I believe that's because I hit the wall. I turned down a little early, but typically I'll start my turn-in between these two red blocks here just before this first advertisement. And I'm going to aim for these white dashes here. And I'm going to lift just as I'm crossing this first advertisement. So we're going to do a full lift. Almost a full lift. I've said this before, I've got a heavy foot, so that's probably why I didn't go all the way off. As you can see here, getting down here close to the dashes just after the sport clip sign, you can really cut down below that a little bit. And then once I come through the dashes, I go up to about 60 and then 100 on the throttle at this O'Reilly sign here. And when you get on the throttle, this is what I've found to be the most important part of this. And I actually reached out to DJE to ask him, because I was having some trouble with turn 1 and 2, and he actually told me that I was not drifting up the track enough. I was basically too shallow, which was causing me to hit the wall on exit, which I see lots of guys, like the whole practice session, you're seeing guys hitting that. So the way to prevent that is to do just what DJ told me and to keep it close to the wall here. So you can see I'm at 100% throttle at the O'Reilly sign, drifting up to the wall. Little bit of the lifts there to try to stay off the wall. Ended up hitting the wall, which I didn't realize. So that sucks, because I had a couple other laps that were very similar. I didn't think I saved this one, but it's the same thing. you're just going to go to 100 at this sign, and as you start drifting up the track, you're going to feather off of the throttle, like down to like 75% a couple of times, which I should have been doing before this point. And actually, I think the reason I hit the wall is I didn't get as low as I wanted to right here. Like typically I like to get a left tire below this and then come up. So it's probably both of those things. And another thing too, when you do this lift, you can lift and then boom, straight to 100. But it's hit or miss on whether or not you're going to actually drift up and hit the wall. So you just have to mess around with that. So hit the wall there, but I still finished the lap how I wanted to, or the corner. What you do is one quick lift at about this Myrtle Beach or this sign here in this range. You're just going to do a full lift and then turn, and it's going to give you enough to cut down and keep off the wall. So you can see there how I kind of did the lift and then turned. You really want to do it a little closer together, like a lift and turn it all in one motion. So like bam. Well, actually, I guess I did there a little bit. So yeah, watch the wheel there. See, and then back on the throttle. And you can see I missed the wall by a decent amount there. So I brake a little later on the actual lap. So this last white block before the advertisement, up to about 30, trailing it down to 15 around the Myrtle Beach sign, down to 5 or 6 at the Sports Clip sign, off of it before the Darlington lettering, and already up to about 70% on the throttle, 100% before the cookout. And then I'm bringing it down close to these dashes, crossing the dashes, and across the line in a 29.015. As you can see here, I got plenty of 29.090, 29.078. What else? 29.101. So, yeah, I think I meant to choose the 29.17. I wish I would have said. I think that's the one I meant to save, and I saved this one by mistake. But just do everything there except hit the wall. Like do what I said, about feathering the throttle, which should keep you off the wall, and making sure you're cutting down below those dashes going into 1 and 2. So I'll let the lap play out. All right, there you have it. Just something to keep in mind. Watch the track temps. This is an official lobby, as you can see here. So this can vary between 94 to 101 or so, and that's obviously going to cause your times to vary a little bit, so just keep that in mind. Anyhow, thanks for watching, and you guys have a great one.